Hello there, honey cakes. How are you feeling? I hope it's better now because I'm here to join you to help you get educated on some traps that people do in crypto when it comes to foregoing future upside returns. And one of the most common traps always involves DeFi and yield farming. But why? Let's go to the psychology. Why do they always do it? And it's very obvious. It's because people love certainty. In a world of uncertainty, especially investing, the man or woman with one eye is king or queen, right? Because everybody doesn't know what's coming in the future. So when you are able to get some certainty, people really grip onto it with two hands and they say, I want this yield. I want this yield. So specifically, what am I talking about? Specifically, yield farming. People want this and they will do anything they can to grab it. You see, I even know this from investing and trading. People would rather have a P&L that goes like this, that goes up only. They would rather choose that instead of a P&L that goes up, down, up, down. They'd rather that even if it lands higher. Okay, you see this green path? People would rather the yellow path because it's consistent going up only. They don't have to go down. They would rather take the green path, okay? So we are not here for this game. That's why if you stretch out your time frame, okay, you stretch out your time frame, you achieve your goals. Now, our goal is to play on difficult mode because we have straight backs, we got fluffy slippers, and we're all Habibs here, or Habibis. And I want you to know yield farming is mostly a trap. I don't want to call it a scam, but it's kind of a scam because what people do is they forego a plus 500% in the future, which may or may not come. Of course, that's why they do it. They forego that because they would rather the plus 10%, the plus 15%. The enormous difference will make a huge impact on one's portfolio once you look back after 2, 3, 4 years, because all of us only think in days or weeks or months, okay? So I have a chart here. You've probably never seen it before. So what I did was I have total 3 on Ethereum. I want you to know, I'm going to show you how powerful it is to not be a little bitch and actually have steel testicles, steel ovaries, right? I want to show you this. So this is all the altcoins divided by Ethereum. It's a ratio. If you even know this, right? If you look at this, yeah, it goes up and down. It kind of oscillates, but it doesn't show the full picture because this includes poop. So in here is included like Litecoin, XRP, XLM, Doge, right? Doge actually went well, so you can delete that. But it has a lot of poop coins from the top 100 market cap coins that are dead weight and just hanging around there, dragging the whole ecosystem of crypto down from 2017. Just people who just can't let go. And so what I want to show you is the difference. We're going to zoom in. I'm going to show you this really cool difference. So as you can see, our whole goal is, remember, if you want to play minimum difficulty. So medium is you must chart versus BTC. Ultra hard equals charting versus ETH. Okay, so your number one goal is to outperform Bitcoin, but the ultra difficult goal is to keep outperforming Ethereum. Just because I believe Ethereum is going to flip Bitcoin one day, we don't know when, maybe sometime this decade. So if Ethereum is going to go up more than Bitcoin, then of course Ethereum is actually more scarce, but we're looking at the future, not now. So let me show you what people do. So I'm using a very bad chart right now because this includes a lot of dead weight. All right, I'm going to go through some other examples here. So what people will do is they might have 10 Ethereum in portfolio. Okay, they have 10 Ethereum and they sit there, and what they're doing right now, I've noticed everybody's doing this. They've thrown their altcoins out. They said altcoins are scams. Bitcoin and Ethereum are the future, and specifically they like DeFi and yield farming and all the jizz jazz. So they want their beautiful orange juice ice cold, and they want Ethereum. They want to make more Ethereum. So what they'll do is they'll place themselves into yield farm protocols in different Arbitrum or other layer 2s, whatever it is, just to grab that yield. They will join different sophisticated type of complex DeFi, and they will do this all for just a few percent. So maybe like 10% to 20%. And you might think, wow, what's wrong with that? Well, nothing's wrong with that unless you have a crystal ball, walk forward into the future for 2 years, and you see how much taking risk actually rewarded you versus this game. So a lot of people, they're too scared to deploy their ETH. They're too scared. But in 1 year, okay, if you're making even 20%, you will have just you'll have like 2 Ethereum made. Wow, you've made 2 Ethereum reward. You make plus 2 ETH plus 2 ETH reward, right? So this is absolutely nothing. So just think about that. You've made plus 2 ETH reward. What I'm going to do is I'm going to show you on the chart. This is, by the way, the average altcoin out here. So if we are going a random price, okay, this is literally all you have to do on the chart to beat them. I'm going to get this chart here from this day. I'm just going to go to plus 20%. And here it is, bang. You see this line? Look how trash that is from here to here. This is all they need to do. So you see this tiny distance? If you deploy your Ethereum and at any point in the future, this chart goes up here, you've beaten all the stakers already. Straight away, okay? If you've deployed your Ethereum and the collective pricing of all of these has just literally gone up higher, then this little part, you've already beaten them. They will literally sit there for a full 12 months just to get there, and you might even get it all the way here. Now, I'm just going to show you on this example. This is a poopy McPoop chart because remember, this has all the dead weight. If it got back to the top of this range here, my God, you've made 100%. Okay, but we can do much better than that. So you made literally 100%. So somebody doing this game, they made plus 2 Ethereum, okay? But somebody else who deploys it makes plus 10 ETH. Compare that. Compare plus 2 to plus 10. You made literally 5 times bigger reward. 5. Huge. We're going to go deeper than this. I'm going to show you right now. And the chart I'm going to use is Ethereum, is ChainLink here, right? ChainLink. So this is the ChainLink versus Ethereum chart, right? And what I'm going to do is now, I don't like when people go to the very, very bottom ticks and they measure upwards because like everybody can win if you buy the absolute bottom. What I like doing instead is I actually like getting a conservative poop price. I like getting somewhere that's pretty poopy, right? So what I've done is I've drawn a line here. So this would be Link versus ETH is 0.008. You can see it here. So effectively, right, if this is one Link is 0.008 worth of an Ethereum, right, as a percentage. So, right, if it was 0.01, then Link would be 1% of Ethereum's price. For example, if Ethereum is $2,000, Link here would be $20. But don't worry about that because we don't know what the US dollar prices are going to be revolving around at certain points in time. They're all complete guesses. Our whole goal is just to outperform Ethereum because we have faith in the future. Crypto is going to grow bigger and better and stronger and everything's going to eventually work out with a long enough time frame. So if you zoom in here, right, I'm gonna actually show you. All you need to do, this is the funny part, even with the terrible price, right, like absolutely garbage, do you remember the staking yields out there? Because I'm not making this up. The staking yields of DeFi protocols, right? Most staking yields will give 10% to 20%. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to be conservative against us. So I'm going to be conservative and say they give you plus 30% on your ETH. 30% on your ETH. Now we know you're taking some risk because it's very likely if they give you such a yield on your Ethereum that this is very short term. It's probably a 6-week or it's a 2-month program, and then the rates are eventually going to drop. They're just giving you those rates to sweeten up the deal and to bootstrap it on. What I'm going to do is I'm going to grab the price here. Let's say you were long your Link, right? You converted your Ethereum. Remember you had 10 Ethereum, right? 10 ETH, right? And then you converted it to Link here. And what I'm going to do is, you see where this line is? That's exactly where you converted it. Now, of course, it sucks right now, right? Because when it hit the low, you're like, oh my God, I've lost 66% of my Ethereum, right? So your 10 ETH, if you were to hypothetically sell the bottom, right? If you were a little soy boy and you actually puked, then you would have only like 3.3 Ethereum left. That's painful, right? But hey, what if, let me throw this out to you. What if crypto doesn't actually go to zero or negative numbers? What if it actually goes up, ante down? What if we actually start fulfilling the prophecy? All you need to do is to see this chart in your mind, because this is what I do. A lot of people ask, right? Firstly, how am I such a good friend of yours? And secondly, how do you actually see the future? Well, all you got to do, right, to know what you got to do is just you grab the ruler, you press the little ruler button, you go here to where your price is, and you go, okay, I'm going to stop at 30%. Bang. That's it. You see this little line? This is it. Okay. So up here, see this little line? If at any point in ChainLink's future, if this Link versus ETH chart gets up to here, you have outperformed the poopy heads already. You are literally break even with them. And everything on top is juice. Yes, it is sweet, cold 3 ice cube juice, right? And when you continue running this up to a theoretical target, you can see how much you actually crush them, all right? Now, of course, it's risky. Look what I did. I started from a very poopy price. I went down, I showed you, okay, because I'm here, I'm honest with you. I'm saying, yeah, there's volatility, man. You can't pick the exact bottoms. You can't pick them, man. But if it goes down here, oh, that sucks. But what if you actually go up? When you start to go up here, you're plus 30%. What if it actually goes back up towards near the high? This is the crazy part. You see this plus 300%? This is how much ETH you would have if you sold your ChainLink and took profit at this point. All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to continue this line up to the target here. Let's say by the end of 2025, prophecy hits, we get up here. What's happened is you will have literally, you know, your 10 ETH, your 10 Ethereum that you converted is now worth 40 ETH here. 40. Do you remember how you were getting these rates? And I'm super conservative. I threw so many balls in their fields, friends. I told them, yes, you're Habibi Albi, but at the end of 2 years, you're going to get 30% and then 30%, which is going to be shown right here. Your 10 ETH after 1 year, you have 13. After 2 years, you have 16.9. So in this, right, so because you're a little soy boy, you got 16.9 ETH. Just compare that to 40 Ethereum. Look at that difference. In like the real gain is, look at this. In one case, you made 30 ETH, but the other person made 6.9. Look at this. If you divide 30 by 6.9, right? 30 divided by 6.9, you beat them by 4.3 times. You literally smash them out of the park, okay? This is how small it looks, okay? This is their little tiny 30%. You literally made 430%. This is you, okay? This is you. And I'm going to draw a cute little orange right here because this is exactly in the land where we want to be. Do you see this massive difference? Okay. This is the actual game of crypto. You are basically bunny hopping. You're trying to find undervalued gems. You're trying to get in network effects that you believe everybody hates. But this is the ultimate goal, to make more Ethereum. Of course, the real goal, they say, is to make more Bitcoin. But you can play that game too. But it's the same thing. Right? It's literally the exact same thing. They're both top tier blue chip assets. You want to be in the game where the professionals play. So look at this difference. So if you have a portfolio that's like under 100K, you got to be taking more risk because you ain't going to make it doing these DeFi traps. And they are traps because remember when I first told you, people will forego this opportunity. So because they are haunted, like I'll put on a linear chart, right? Look at this, right? Look at the difference. Look at this little difference. This is them. This is them. They are, you see this arrow? So I get asked all the time, why do people do this? You know, and you know the answer, man. Crypto is so uncertain. People will forego anything in the future. They're like, I can't see straight. There's too much pain. There's too many people puking and vomiting and saying it's a scam, it's a Ponzi. Nothing's ever going to work out. No one's ever going to come again, right? They will literally forego all of this just for that. So look at this. Look at this chart. Literally, they will forego all of this big, fat, giant green, you know what, going to the sky. They will take this, okay? So this is where you have a competitive edge over everybody because you know, as well as I do, those yields don't last forever. You see what these people do? What they do is they get the calculator out and they say, wow, you know, if I have 10 ETH today and I'm making 30% ETH, and what they'll do is they'll keep times it by 1.3. They'll literally do this for like, you know, like 8 years. They'll keep going up and up and up. Wow, wow, wow. They go, wow. So what they'll do is they go, wow, in 6 to 7 years, I'll have 62 Ethereum here and each ETH should be worth like $20,000. And they'll do these imaginary numbers. They go, wow, I've made 1.2 million. You see where this gets very dangerous because remember my cursed prophecy. What if Ethereum does not hit your beautiful, sweet $20,000? What if it stops at 8,000 and it comes back to 4,000 or 3,000 and now we're in 2026, 2027? What if we're like 2026, 2027, you realize, oh my God, I've been in this game for 5 years. I thought Ethereum was going to be 25K by that point, but it's actually like 5K. You see, this is a huge letdown. And the unfortunate part is people will learn the hard way. You know what? the hard way is? The hard way is to accept that we live in the fourth dimension and we can't go back in time for you to buy the cheap prices. So this is the game we play. Of course, this can keep going down to zero forever. But now your eyes have been opened. This is why people are really foregoing their future when they play these little poopy yield chasing games. And I completely understand. I mean, crypto is so freaking volatile. Like I just showed you, right? There are people I know that capitulate at the lows. I personally know people who they sold their alts back into ETH towards the lows. You know, I know one guy put in like 30 ETH. He's taken it back down. He sold it and he's got back like 16 ETH, you know, because they lose sight of everything. But that's okay. I mean, that's okay. People are going to do what they want to do. I'm staying in the game. I'm staying convicted. It doesn't mean I know what's coming or 100% correct. I don't try to put myself in that position. All I know is that this is an opportunity I am not going to forego. I don't care. This yield farming trap is a trap, friends, because people chase these little short-term yields and they miss the big moonshot. So I just use that ChainLink example just because I'm here 18 hours a day doing work for you. That's something I like. You can find something you like. I don't really care, okay? Go for your life. But I'm just telling you right now, that's why I drew this little chart to show you the total 3 versus ETH. This chart is the average. Like this is even Litecoin going up against Ethereum. This is like including all the poop, the dead weight. So I understand the mentality of everybody going into crypto and how we move forward and how there's a lot of uncertainties, but this is the game you're playing against. So if you have a portfolio, I'm sorry, that's like less than 100K, 200K, you're not going to get your 20K Ethereum. It ain't coming. Everybody's going to tell you it's coming. Everyone's going to tell us 100K, 200K Bitcoin's coming, and I wish it comes, okay? But right now, too many things are lining up to say it's going to be tough. There's going to be a little of a premature volcanic eruption, and then we're probably setting ourselves up for disappointment. Now, I hope things change, but do you want to take that risk? Think about it. You can't rewind time. What if we do go into the future and then you're like, oh man, I wish I deployed my Ethereum because there was one final pump. I got to buy in the depression and I could have sold it when things got euphoric, right? That's the game that's going to be playing over and over in your head. So don't forget, right? People will also skip this DeFi yield game because they'll realize, you know what? I don't want 20, 30%. I want to make like 400%. I want to make it in like 3 months. That's when they start to go into the world of leverage trading. And you know what? Leverage trading is great for the 2% who actually win over a 5-year period, okay? For all of you else, everybody else, 95%, you will have less money in 12 months than when you started, and you're going to learn everything the hard way. So this is why I don't put any of this poisonous trash in front of you. All these other influencers, friends, they're the insiders. They get the ICO pump and dumps. And trust me when I say this. Back in DeFi 2020 season, all the Ethereum maxis showed their true colors, okay? They went on Twitter. They went on Telegram. They were joining on these food tokens, yield farming, all these trash, 1,000% APY. And it got revealed later on, unfortunately, they kind of let it slide. A lot of them were dumping their tokens on everybody and they were rotating into Ethereum. So they would buy the poop coins. They would shill it to everybody like, wow, I'm in this farm. Everybody comes in and all the poop coins, they went up. These food coins, all these unfortunate grifters were converting into Ethereum. They get out. Everybody else is left holding the bag. This is the Ethereum price, by the way. All the food coins went down to zero. They run away with the precious Ethereum. So yeah, I understand that the game, it's tough. It's tough to think about. You think, why am I so special? Why am I going to be the one that win? Well, we don't know. But at least I've now opened your mind to what the real game of crypto is. Because the game that everybody else is playing, they think that crypto is going to be nice and stable and these yields are going to be great. No, they're not. By the time the prices are where you think they're going to go, those 30% yields, friends, they're going to go down. It's not going to be 30%. It's going to be like 2%. I'm not even joking. Literally 2%. Because people will come in with $10 million clips. They will come with bigger and bigger clips just to chase short amounts of yield. But you have to get multiple steps ahead of everyone. And lucky for you, we are friends. Thank you. Like, subscribe, press the bell button and all. You've learned something today. That we are still friends. Tell mum and dad, we are still going to make it. Catch you in the next one.